That's not a bad little fish at all. That's, oh. Psycho. Oh God. All right. 2022. Here we are. This is going to be my first fish of 2022. So good morning everyone and welcome back. It is currently the 2nd of January, a couple of days after New Year's. Completely new year, completely new opportunities. Today we're going to be keeping it extremely simple. We're going to be fishing out here on Westernport and it is currently 2:30 in the morning and 20 degrees. So summer is in full effect. It is very warm and it is very early in the morning. The crowds recently have been utterly ridiculous. So we're out here super early this morning, hopefully to beat some of these crowds and get out here when there might not be as many people, because it has been nuts and it has been driving me a little bit crazy. This morning there shouldn't be too many people around. We're at an area which doesn't really fish well this time of year, but I'm hoping there'll be less people and we'll still be able to get onto a couple of nice fish. We'll get everything else on board and then we'll start making our way down and get out. All around me here is mud banks, so we have to launch soon, otherwise we're not launching anywhere. Alright, this is a bit of a circus, but don't want to get my feet wet. Let's let the first adventure for 2022 begin. So we're going to be out here for a long time. Right now it's about 2:45 and we're going to be out here till about 10 a.m. That's the soonest we can get back in. So we've got a big day ahead of us and we're going to get over to our first spot now and start targeting gummy sharks. We've actually got a few very unique baits with us this morning. We've obviously got our fresh squid, but we also have a King George whiting and some Old Faithful pilchards. So some very simple baits and also some very good baits as well. And we'll see which one performs better. We've got about half an hour run to get out to our first spot. So we'll get out there now and get our first baits out. Give it a go around there. Man, the water temperature is 24.9 degrees, which is extremely warm. Probably too warm for snapper, but we've sounded up a couple of nice arches in this area, so we'll give it a go. I'm pretty sure gummy sharks are all year round and they don't mind the water temperatures, so we'll still have a shot at some gummy sharks, but I think snapper are going to be very hard to come across. It's starting to drizzle, but let's get the first bait out. So we're actually going to get out the Old Faithful pilchard. We have this thing rigged up on two 5/0 suicide hooks, and this is pretty much going to be a test to see if the sea lice are around. This time of year, the sea lice can be pretty much unbearable, so I'm praying that they're not around this morning. Hopefully they're having the morning off, but we'll just flick that out the back. And now we are fishing. The second bait is a goodie, half of a fresh squid head. This is probably one of my all-time favourite baits. So that's the second one which we'll get out. Out the side there. That'll be in about 4.5. We have one out the front here, which is in 4.7. And then the last one should be in about 5 meters. So we're covering a few different lines. And that is pretty much the key to fishing Westernport in areas like this. You want to try cover a few different depths with quality baits. So that gives you the best shot to find these fish. Now, the final bait is going to be a fresh squid ring. So we have squid head on the left, we have pilchard in the middle, and then we have squid ring on the right. So we'll get that one out into the deeper water. Bang. And that is going to be our set of baits. So 3 beautiful baits out. Now it is going to be a waiting game. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get some gummy sharks. That's kind of going to be our target species, especially since the water temperature is so warm. So we'll turn the lights off now. And then if anything happens, you guys know the deal, we'll turn them straight back on. Ooh, there we go. We got something. We got something. Could be a pinky. That could be a pinky. That was on the pilchard. The pilchard just took off. Out of all baits, 2 fresh squid baits, and the one in the middle was the pilchard, and that's the one which has got the fish. I think it could be a pinky. Definitely got head shakes. It is. It's a little snapper. How good is that? A little snapper. Not a massive fish, but I'll definitely take that. We'll net this little fella. The old pilchard, eh? The old pilchard got it done. Definitely not a monster fish, but I'll take that any day. It has been super quiet and the sea lice have just been hammering us. So that's a nice little pinky. The warm water's got him really fired up, but that's not a bad little fish at all. Oh. There goes the other rod. That took a lot of line. Jesus. It's either a massive stingray or it's a big bronze whaler. And I'm not too sure which one it is. Look at that. It is not stopping. This is very big. It's just a stingray. Just can't move it, eh? Man, that thing was absolutely enormous. I'm actually glad it snapped off. It was just a massive stingray and I would have been fighting that thing for the next 2 hours, so I'm glad he's gone. That fish was so big that it actually dragged me like 100 meters off my mark, so I've got to go re-anchor. Finally get a look at this fish yet again. So we've got our 3 rod set up again. We've got that stingray off, and that is the first fish of the morning. Probably a 40-ish centimeter pinky, maybe 45, and I'll definitely take that. I was tempted to keep him, but we'll let him go. So see you later, little mate. See you in a few years. And straight down. There we go. That's a little gummy. This was on half of a pilchard. So the pilchard has got all the fish so far this morning. I'm pretty sure this is a little gummy shark. This was actually on half of one on the circle hook, so it should be pinned right in the corner of the mouth. I reckon it's a gummy. Yeah, it is. It's a nice little gummy. Yeah, nice. That's a solid... There he goes. That's a solid little gummy. First light has just come up. The sun is fast approaching, and the second fish of the morning is a solid little gummy shark. He's not massive, but he's definitely a quality fish. He's going nuts. God damn. Psycho. Got that hook out. That is not a bad gummy shark at all. He would definitely be legal, but not really in the mood to keep a gummy shark today, so we'll let this little fella go. Definitely a quality shark though. See you, buddy. On half of a pilchard, we've got fresh squid out, and so far it has caught absolutely nothing apart from that stingray. So the pilchards are performing. Half a pilchard yet again, getting another bite. Oh, there we go. That's another pinky, I think. This was on the squid tentacle. I was practically falling asleep just then, and then this rod just took off in the holder. I'm pretty sure it's another little pinky. Not as big as the other one, I don't think. There he is. Not as big, but still, quality little fish. He's not bad. He's actually a little bit bigger than what I thought. Look at that. That's the bait which he took, a squid candle, so the long tentacle on the squid. And that is another quality pinky. He would easily be legal. He's probably 35, 40 centimeters yet again, so another very quality fish. We could have had a feed of pinkies if we kept the other one in this one, but luckily for them, we're letting him go. He just pooed everywhere. See you, buddy. It's a little bit surprising all these pinkies we're catching. I wasn't really expecting to get them. As I said, the water's so warm. It's 25.5 degrees at the moment, but obviously there's still a few little pinkies in the bay, so I'll definitely take them. This bait's still fine as well, so we can get that straight back out. Well, it's definitely gone a little bit quiet since this tide's turned, but to be honest, this morning hasn't been too bad. We've caught those 2 nice pinkies and the 1 gummy shark. And for this time of year around this area, I'll actually take that any day. That's not a bad little session at all, and we still have a few hours left. But we haven't had any bites at all since this tide's turned, so We might have to have a move, but for now, we'll sit it out around here and see if we can pick up any more fish. The pilchards have pretty much caught everything today, so that's also a funny note to pick up on as well. Ooh, that's not a bad fish. What is that? Is that a gummy? Or is that an eagle ray? That thing just took off. That could be a gummy. Or it could be an eagle. It's an eagle. Not sure. It's been a long time since we've had a fish on the end of the line, so I'm not going to complain, but I don't think it's the right kind. Definitely, yeah, it's an eagle. Bummer. Oh, God. Very tough creatures. Very, very good fighting fish, but a little bit of a nuisance when they're around like this. They can just keep on coming and keep on taking your baits, and then they take half an hour to deal with. Ooh. See you, buddy. Alright, I'm gonna call it there. Bit of an interesting morning this morning. We've been fishing for, March fly. We've been fishing for about 7 hours now, and it was a pretty eventful morning to start off with. We got those 2 pinkies and that 1 good gummy first of all, and then from there on out it just kind of slowed down. The bites started slowing down, and then when we did get a bite, it was an eagle ray or a fish which we weren't targeting, but we gave it a red hot crack. There is meant to be a lot of wind which is coming very soon, so I'm going to get back in before that wind hits. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave a like on the video, comment below what videos you guys want to see in 2022, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.